Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Why do relationships fall apart? Why do trust, intimacy, and respect, three pillars of a strong bond, crumble before our very eyes? I'll tell you why. Because too many people today fail to understand the power of discretion. They mistake openness for wisdom, vulnerability for recklessness. And women, in particular, are often told to share everything, as if that were the path to a fulfilling relationship. But that is a dangerous lie. Everyone carries insecurities. They are woven into the fabric of human nature, shaped by past experiences, childhood conditioning, and the inevitable comparisons we make in life. But while it's natural to feel uncertain about certain aspects of oneself, it is not always wise to lay every fear bare in a relationship. Women in particular are often encouraged to be completely open about their self-doubts, believing that vulnerability fosters closeness. While there is truth in that, unchecked emotional exposure can have unintended consequences. Men, by their very nature, are problem solvers. When faced with a challenge, they instinctively look for ways to fix it. If a woman constantly reveals her deepest insecurities about her body, her worth, her future, a man may initially try to reassure her, but over time, this dynamic can become exhausting. What began as a protective instinct can shift into emotional fatigue, as he realizes that no amount of reassurance is enough to fill a void that must be addressed internally. Beyond exhaustion, there is also a psychological component at play. A man is naturally drawn to confidence. He wants to admire his partner, to see her as someone he is proud to stand beside. If she repeatedly highlights her weaknesses without showing resilience, his perception of her strength can diminish. He may start viewing her less as an equal and more as someone who needs constant support, which can erode attraction over time. This is not to say that a woman should hide her emotions or pretend to be invulnerable. But there is a difference between selectively sharing struggles with the intention of growth and constantly exposing insecurities in a way that places emotional burden on the relationship. Strength, after all, is not the absence of doubt. It is the ability to carry it without letting it define you. The past is a powerful thing. It shapes perspectives, builds character, and teaches invaluable lessons. But when it comes to relationships, not all aspects of the past need to be shared, especially when it involves previous romantic experiences. Many women believe that full disclosure is a sign of honesty and trust, that revealing the details of past relationships will strengthen the bond with a man. However, the reality is often the opposite. Men have a deep-seated instinct to feel like they are the best choice, the only choice, in a woman's eyes. When they hear about past lovers, failed relationships, or personal regrets, they begin to compare themselves, often subconsciously, to those who came before them. Even if a woman intends to share these details as a way of showing how much she has grown, a man may interpret the information differently. He may wonder if he measures up, if he is merely another chapter in a long book of experiences, or if he will one day be spoken about the same way. Additionally, discussing past relationships in too much detail can create unnecessary tension. If a woman speaks negatively about her exes, a man might question her ability to handle conflict maturely. If she speaks too fondly of them, he might wonder if she still holds feelings. Either way, the result is rarely beneficial. What truly matters is the relationship that is being built in the present. The past should remain where it belongs, behind. Lessons can be applied, wisdom can be gained, but unnecessary details only serve to complicate what should be a fresh and unique connection. The strongest relationships are not weighed down by old baggage. They are built on the respect and understanding of what exists here and now. Attraction is not just about compatibility or shared values. It is deeply rooted in psychology and instinct. Men are natural pursuers. They are wired to seek challenges, to strive for something valuable, and to feel a sense of accomplishment when they attain it. When a woman reveals the full extent of her feelings too early, she disrupts this dynamic, often without realizing it. In the early stages of attraction, uncertainty plays a crucial role. When a man is unsure of where he stands, he invests more effort, pays closer attention, and values the connection more deeply. However, if a woman immediately expresses overwhelming interest, admiration, or devotion, she removes the very thing that fuels his desire, the pursuit. This does not mean that she should play mind games or be emotionally distant. Rather, it means allowing the relationship to unfold naturally, without rushing to define it or over-communicate feelings before they have had a chance to develop organically. Define it or over-communicate feelings before they have had a chance to develop organically. Men respect what they work for. If something is given too easily, without the sense that it was earned, it can lose its perceived value. This is not about manipulation, it is about understanding human nature. A man must feel that he has won a woman's affection through his efforts, his character, and his commitment. When he senses that her interest was inevitable from the start, he may unconsciously take it for granted, assuming there is no real challenge in maintaining it. This principle does not mean withholding affection or being cold. It simply means that attraction needs space to grow. A relationship that develops steadily with a balance of interest and mystery creates a stronger and more enduring bond than one that is rushed through immediate and total emotional exposure. Money has always played a complex role in relationships, influencing dynamics in ways that are often unspoken, but deeply felt. While financial transparency is important in long-term commitments, revealing too much too soon about one's financial status, especially if a woman is significantly wealthier than a man, can create unintended consequences. Men have an ingrained desire to provide and protect. It is not merely a social construct, but a biological and psychological reality. When a woman openly discloses her financial success early on, a man may feel admiration, but he may also feel uncertainty about his own role in the relationship. If he perceives that he cannot contribute in a meaningful way, whether through financial support or leadership, he may begin to feel displaced or even inadequate. Even the most confident men are not immune to this effect. If a woman leads with her financial achievements, he might question whether he will ever be truly needed or valued beyond what he can provide. This is not about diminishing a woman's success, far from it. It is about understanding the delicate balance of relationship dynamics. A man does not need to be the sole provider, but he does need to feel that his presence and contributions matter. Furthermore, discussing wealth too soon can invite ulterior motives or create a power imbalance. When finances become a central topic too early, the relationship may shift from an emotional connection to a transactional one, even unintentionally. True partnership is built on mutual respect, shared values, and complementary roles, not on financial figures. Success should be revealed gradually, allowing the relationship to be rooted in deeper qualities rather than immediate material assessments. Let respect and connection come first. Everything else can follow in due time. Men are highly aware of their shortcomings, even if they do not openly discuss them. They carry the weight of their own self-doubt, past failures, and internal struggles, just as women do. However, the way a woman addresses these weaknesses can have a profound impact on the relationship. A man does not need constant reminders of his flaws, nor does he benefit from brutal honesty that erodes his sense of self-respect. How a woman communicates about his shortcomings determines whether she is a source of encouragement or a force that diminishes him. Respect is the cornerstone of any strong relationship. If a man feels that he is being judged, criticized, or belittled, he will begin to withdraw. Even if the intention is to help him improve, relentless highlighting of his faults, especially in a harsh or dismissive manner, will not inspire growth. Instead, it will create resentment. No one thrives in an environment where they feel inadequate or constantly scrutinized. When a woman makes a man feel small, whether through words or subtle gestures, she chips away at his confidence and ultimately his attraction to her. This does not mean that a woman should ignore serious issues or avoid addressing problems in the relationship, but there is a difference between constructive feedback and criticism that wounds his pride. The key is in the delivery, framing concerns in a way that inspires action rather than defensiveness. A man who feels respected and supported will naturally strive to be better. A man who feels torn down, however, will either retreat emotionally or start looking elsewhere for validation. In any partnership, the way two people see each other determines the strength of their bond. A woman who uplifts a man, even while acknowledging imperfections, fosters loyalty, respect, and a relationship that continues to grow.